dynamic intelligence improves engagement and retention. Interesting. Okay, why is that? Well, as the level of a role increases, or the size of an organization increases, or the two together, the requisite complexity of that role increases as well. So a CEO requires a higher level of dynamic intelligence, of cognitive complexity, than a support analyst. I think that's probably fairly obvious, but it is worth stating. The difficulty arises when there's a role that is at a certain level, but the individual in the role isn't at the required level of cognitive complexity. So in this instance here, what you're seeing here is why burnout occurs. So the role in this instance is an AQ7 dynamic intelligence requirement, but the individual is an AQ6. Their level of thinking complexity isn't sufficient for the role that they're in. It leads them to not being able to deal with it, to working inefficiently, trying to meet the requirements of the role and failing, and ultimately leading to their burnout. The opposite is also true. So if the role is a level, say AQ7, and the individual in that role is at a higher level, AQ8, they're going to get bored. The role isn't meaningful to them. It doesn't challenge them enough. It doesn't give them enough fulfillment, and they what they call boreout. This is what is more commonly termed as quietly quitting, and ultimately these individuals will leave. So that's at the kind of the macro level in terms of the level of thinking complexity required for the role, but a lower level. Roles themselves require specific thinking profiles, and you'll know this intuitively. If you hire someone into a role that's very process oriented, they need to be able to follow processes, but actually all they keep doing is trying to change the process, tweak it, move around it. They're not going to be very good in that role. And so the thinking style of the person in the role needs to match fairly closely with the thinking style of the role itself. And so by focusing on dynamic intelligence, we can ensure that the role holder is better suited to the role from a meaning-making perspective. And then that will drive engagement and retention, reducing incidences of both burnout and boreout.